Hey there! Welcome to today. I'm trying to see if I can make my screen bigger. To today's Write With Me. Hi, I'm Dawn Montefusco, and I'm getting situated. I'm really in love with my new picture behind me that says, "Love is the answer." Because we need a lot more love these days, don't we? Like, seriously. So if you received my email today, we're going to talk about Al Pacino, which is going to be awesome. Okay, and how it relates to writing and how he relates to writing. All right, so let's make sure that I'm sharing this in my group because due to technology, I'm having to do things a little bit differently, but that's okay. I'm just going to have to accept it till I figure out a better way to do it. Hold on just a second. I want to make sure I share this in my group. Yes, there I am. All right. So, where am I? Where am I? Hey, there's people on there. Give me a thumbs up and a hello. Happy Wednesday. If only Facebook would allow me to share. Okay. Share, post, change to, where is, oh my gosh. Why isn't it easy? Why? Why don't they make this easy? Is it just because they enjoy like torturing people? I still haven't figured out how to share with my group easily. So write post. No. Okay, so I'm just gonna post it on my regular Facebook page. And then I'm gonna have to go in here. Hold on, everybody. Apparently Facebook is not, again, I swear, you know, we're all getting tired of me saying this, but I don't know why. Share to a group. Okay, boom, done. I have to do it on the computer apparently now. It used to be I had to do it on the phone. So hopefully you can see me in my group. Let me just make sure because this is going to be such a fun time. Hello. There I am. All righty, right. Or as Matthew McConaughey would say, all right. How's everybody doing out there in Facebook land? Window. We're going to get comments and reactions so I can see you. Hey, Betty. Good to see you. Carol. Hey, look at that. So I'll put this over here, which is my phone, just in case. It turns out that with the all new and improved Facebook, there's just so much going on that it's a little bit confusing. So I sent out an email to tell you about how we're going to talk about Al Pacino and what I learned from Al Pacino about writing. And it's a preview for the half day that you can spend with me on Saturday. So if you're on my email list or you're in my Write From Your Heart group, I'm offering 40%, two options, 40% off, which is a big chunk of change for the Saturday half day. Or if you have a friend, it's a 2-for-1. So I would give you each a 50% off coupon. You get to bring your friend and it's limited. So they're going to be, I'm trying to limit to about 20 people. If there's a wait list, I'm just going to do it again and then we'll do another class. So everyone's suffering right now from pandemic fatigue. And this is a real thing. So I want you all to just take a moment to ground the energy. Take a deep breath in, hold it for a second, and release. And when you ground your energy and you bring it down below the neckline, something really interesting happens. It's not just, the woo-woo thing where, oh my gosh, I'm breathing and calling in, the gods. Don't you love this hair? I think I'm loving the I gotta make this one stick out too. There we go. When we take a deep breath in our belly, and we extend the belly breath out, and then we release, and we just picture our energy going below our neckline, we actually light up the prefrontal cortex. So this is something that I'm going to teach in the class on Saturday in a little bit more depth. If you sign up, you'll also get some of my handouts. I'm giving you some sneak peeks. You should have already gotten, if you're on my email list, I'm trying to find it. I had it right here. You should have gotten the 20 signs you're in resistance, and to pick out your resistance style. If you haven't gotten that, please email me, and I'm happy to email it to you if you didn't get the 20 resistance styles and symptoms to be aware of. I'm going to post this on my blog. Eventually, we're cleaning it all up this week. We're going to have some really great resources available on my website. We're going to have more blog posts that reflect a lot of what I discuss here. So you're going to have everything you need to be a successful writer, to step into your life as a writer, and to just express yourself and feel better. So what do I help people with? My expertise is to help people break through resistance. And in order to break through resistance, you have to identify your resistance. And resistance is a shapeshifter. So when we understand our resistance styles and we're able to break through our resistance styles, we become unstoppable. Now, how does this relate to Al Pacino? I'll tell you in a second. Give me some hearts and some thumbs up. I think that there's a Facebook bot that actually flags me if I ask those questions. So how about this? Show me some love. Let me know you're out there, because it helps on this end of the screen just to know that people are out there, and that you might want to know how Al Pacino really helped me create a life that I love, and also helps me tell you how to create this life that you love as a writer. So one of the things that I want to start with are 2 poems that were written by Jacob Zufelt, who's in the Write From Your Heart group. Now, if you're not part of my group, 2 things. 1, it's a free group. So I want you to jump in, because you'll get all the coupon codes. No joke. You'll get all the coupon codes if you're on my email list or you're in my group and you want those coupon codes. So that's a link to my group. It's a free group called Write From Your Heart. We're going to get very active in that group. I have had prompts in that group, interviews in that group. I'm going to be hosting more interviews for my weekly show. I'm going to be giving you some exercises and freebies galore. Because why? Because life is too short not to share. So I want to be able to share as much as I can with you. However, on Saturday, that's where we're going to get gritty. We're going to get real. We're going to start writing. You're not only going to walk away with understanding your resistance styles, how to beat your resistance styles. You're going to start an outline of any genre of book. And even if you've already started your outline, we're going to clean it up a little with my easy system. I'm going to teach you how to call in the muse at any given moment so that you really feel in the flow regularly. There's going to be some giveaways and some surprises in that. And you're going to have one rough draft of either a short chapter, which could be a few poems, it could be an essay, it could be a chapter of a memoir, it could be a chapter of your novel, but you're actually going to walk away after that half day learning all my tricks. You're going to be moving around. We're going to be laughing. We're going to be sharing. I'm going to teach you how to move your body and open up your body so that you're always connecting properly with the parts of your brain that give you the most inspiration. Because if we're always sitting and writing like this, we actually shut down a big part of us. And we want to be able to open up all the parts of our mind, our brain, and our soul. So that's what we're going to do on Saturday. And I really hope you can make it. If you're not on my email list, here's my website. Sign up for my free 3-day Breakthrough Resistance challenge, and it's free. It's a 3-day challenge that I send you. It's a nurturing sequence. It's got videos. It's got handouts. You're going to love it. And what else? And when you sign up for Saturday, you get freebies. You get my writing series, the Ultimate Writing Series, How to Break Through Resistance. Ignite Your Muse and Follow Your Soul's Calling. What? You're also going to get the Write Your True Story interview series, which teaches you if you're an entrepreneur or if you want to build an audience. I did some amazing interviews to really ground that in, to show you how to do that. I'm also going to teach you my little trick on how I made $12,000 in 48 hours with one Kindle book. Say what? And you also get my Kindle book that did that. So there's so many wonderful gifts, and I'm going to throw in some more bonuses for those that appear live in the class on Saturday. So again, if you would love to bring a friend, it's 2 for 1. Email me, I'll send you the code for that. And if you're on my email list and you're in my group, which I just posted, you get 40% off of the class, which is a nice chunk of change. And it's very inexpensive for 5 whole hours in a small group. This is gonna kickstart you. This is gonna get you out of pandemic fatigue. This is gonna make you a totally different person on the other side. All right? I don't know, I think it's cool. I wanna do it. So how is Al Pacino connected to this? This is pretty cool. Number one, my dad looks like Al Pacino. Okay. So that's just cool. And I just have a love for Al Pacino and Robert De Niro, all the Goodfellas and the Godfathers, and all of, Martin Scorsese's movies that they were in. As an Italian American, we were really obsessed with it. But there was this one movie called Any Given Sunday in 1999 that Al Pacino was starring in. And he has a monologue in there that I'm going to actually read to you. I'm going to read you his monologue because I want you to get through this time. And this time, if you're in America especially, the fall and the winter, October, November, December, are supposed to be some of the critical times to make sure you stay in, you stay safe, and we ride this pandemic out until we get to the other side. So what is pandemic fatigue? Pandemic fatigue is when you get itchy and you just want it to be over. You stop wearing masks, you start going out into groups, you think you're invincible, you start to believe this is kind of make-believe, but here's why it's so dangerous. The flu season, which is normal, I don't know about you, but I've been in the hospital for the flu twice. I almost died from the flu twice. And then I started getting my flu shot, and then I stopped getting the flu. So I know that you still can get the flu even with a flu shot, but I do want to say, I know there's a lot of people that are anti-vaccinations out there. I'm not saying that that's bad. I'm not saying that that's good. All I'm saying is my experience is that I was hospitalized twice and they didn't know if I was going to make it. And I'm not exaggerating. It was pretty scary as fuck, excuse my language. So what happens is as the flu, the regular flu comes in, it lowers your immune system. A lot of allergies come in again in the fall, which lowers your immune system. With a lowered immune system, you also are more susceptible to COVID. So say you're hanging out with people that might just not have any symptoms, you want to be careful. So now what? Now I'm like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. This has been the weirdest year ever. As Saturday Night Live says, 2020's got moves, baby. 2020's got moves. So before we go into all the 2020 moves that I've been through, and if you've been on my email list, you know that I had a big cry underneath one of my cedar trees outside because I really couldn't access joy. I had just felt beat up by 2020. In 2020, not only did I have the worst breakup of my life, but my ex's father died, who was a wonderful, wonderful man. We got through that. Then, it was just, you use your imagination. Let's say it was the worst breakup of my life. And that's okay. Things like that happen. But then fires and almost evacuation, a state of emergency, the toxic air, the inability to be around my friends whom I love, like it just got insane. Like the feeling of just being beat up and beat up and beat up. And by the way, In terms of when I say it's the worst breakup of my life, obviously I had something to do with that. Obviously I have 100% of my responsibility of what happened in that miscommunication. It was a very, very disheartening situation. It's as much my fault as it may have been his fault. I could point fingers, I could be a victim, but what I'm saying is it was emotionally, mind-blowingly depressing. And I'm sure it wasn't just because of that. It was because of all the things stacking up on top of each other. Friends who had COVID that I was afraid who was going to die. I mean, there's so many things that happened in 2020 that is just absolutely mind-boggling that I just can't help but go, hey, everyone, let's get through this together. Let's start writing in a way that not only allows us to just get everything out on the page, but also to start to really realize that now is the best time to write. Because here's what's going to happen. In March, when this is over, because COVID, I think, is going to basically, from what I'm seeing in my intuitiveness and my psychic feelings, is that after February, we're going to start seeing the speeding up of life again. Okay, we're going to actually start to feel how everything is speeding up because all of a sudden we're going to be able to go out. We're not going to be as contagious. We'll probably have herd immunity by then. Certain things are going to happen. And what happens then? What happens when the whole world speeds up? It's going to freak us out. We're going to have another level of freak out. Plus, we're going to have all the trauma and the PTSD that we're incurring because of 2020. Oh yeah, and let's not forget the election. Just want to throw that in. So with all this happening, I want to read a couple of poems before we jump in to Al Pacino and how we're going to really get through this together. So Jacob Zufelt wrote 2 poems and he gave me permission. He's in the Write From Your Heart group. I will tag him in this since he's not on right now. But there was, I had asked, the prompt was to use anger and to transmute anger into love. To really use that energy of anger and to transmute it. And so he wrote this poem and I wanted to read it to you. From anger to conscious love. In the name and light of infinite source, by the law of divine grace, vibrations flow at my call. And I graciously bless anger energy with another face. Conscious choice through infinite love is your divine new name. You protect, you serve, you fulfill source will. And you guide me to do all the same. Thank you, Source, for making anger whole. You are the infinite energizer of my body, mind, and soul. So mote it is, so mote it has always been. Amen. And then he sent me this beautiful poem. He says, thanks for putting together the healing power of words. It really did help motivate me to get back into writing. By the way, if you join Saturday's class, you also get the healing power of words for free. So you get 3 of my writing series, which is almost 60 interviews that cover how to break through resistance, how to build an audience, and how to use words that heal. And the healing power of words is such an amazing writing series. So there's a lot of bonuses going on. And here is, let me just give you right now, if you're on the show right now, I'm going to give you a super bonus. If you're on the show right now, and it will fill up, so make sure you're going to go to that link and you're going to use the code. Let me get it right. Dollar. Hold on. I'm going to give you the code for the 40% off right now. The class will fill, so please be sure to sign up. Hold on. That's the link to Saturday's class. I just want to make sure I get the coupon code right so that you're not like, hey, yo, it doesn't work. Hold on. Here we go. It's not working. Okay. Hold on. We're getting there. If I do it wrong, then you'll get mad because, that would suck. Okay. So here is the 40% off code right now. Uh-oh, I think I did it wrong. That's the wrong one. Don't do that one. Hold on. It's not that. It's this. It's just Dalla VIP. Okay? That's the proper code. DOLLA VIP. And I wish it would let me delete the other post, but it's not. So we're just going to deal with it as it goes. I might be able to delete it so I don't confuse you anymore, but we're not going to worry about that right now. All right, so remember, Dala VIP gets you 40% off of my half day on Saturday, and you get 3 of my writing series for free, plus my book, plus handouts and templates, and we spend the day together, and we're going to laugh, we're going to move, it's going to be awesome. Okay, so the healing power of words, I'm going to read you this poem. He said, recently I participated in an abundance activation challenge and was given an action step to write about what my life would be like if I were living my best self. While doing that, I was motivated and inspired to write it out as a poem. So here is Jacob Zufeld's poem, My Best Self. My days start with protection, prayer, and a mindful practice that stays with me throughout the day. I pray daily in every single way. When hurt, pain, or anger arise from the ego or the subconscious mind, I am compassionate, inquisitive, and kind. I cherish each experience and lesson learned. I approach each soul contract from the start with gratitude and an open heart. I continuously make conscious choices, and that which this body consumes, be it food, knowledge, entertainment, love, or fumes, is divinely aligned with purpose, passion, and peace of mind. I am guided by the soulful self, so my service to others brings me love, peace, and joy, and infinite ways of healing, guiding, and ascension to employ. My days end with release and reflection. When I lay my head to rest each day, I set my intentions for the astral plane, my service, growth, and learning to remain. Sleep is my ever faithful friend, and with my attention on the aforementioned goal, I fall asleep each time as me, the soul. This is my best self, you see. So mote it be. So mote it has always been. Amen. So I want to give a big shout out to Jacob Zufeld, for sending me these poems. If you ever write a poem and you'd like me to read it on the show, or an essay, or you have something that you would like me to share, please let me know. All right, so Al Pacino and your prompt. Here we go. So in Any Given Sunday, he has he starts talking about inches. So in Any Given Sunday, he says, when you get older, and I'm 51, that's considered a little bit older, you discover that life is a game of inches. Writing is a game of inches. This is what I want to get through to you today. Writing a book, creating anything. I don't have any books around me. That's weird. They're all the way over there on my bookshelf. Any book, small book, big book. Actually, you know what's big right now? Pamphlets, short books. This is a book of 57 pages. It was written by my awesome coach, Molly Mahoney. It's called The Performance Power, Clarity, Confidence, and Joy. It doesn't have to be a long book. It can be one short book. And I will be hosting a class called One Short Book, where we will actually write one short book within that class. At least we'll get the really bones, the rough draft bones down. But you can do that, and we're going to go over how to do that on Saturday. But so life is a game of inches, but writing is a game of inches. Al Pacino says, in either game, life or football, because remember that movie is about football, the margin of error is so small. I mean, 1/2 step too late or too early, and you don't quite make it. 1/2 second too slow, too fast, and you don't quite catch it. It's a game of inches. And I'm going to read you the actual monologue, and I'm going to do my best Al Pacino for you, all right? How many people want to see me do a good Al Pacino right now? You want me to do the monologue? Is that something that interests you? You want to get a kick out of my New York impersonation? So I did see Al Pacino in New York City. I was visiting my alma mater in 1999-ish, 2000, and I was in the West Village, and it's very common to see stars in New York City. You don't, or say I do. If you want me to do my best Al Pacino impression and read this monologue for Any Given Sunday and how it relates to writing, and then we'll do the prompt real quick, say I do in the comments. And if you know you're in, and you're going to join me on Saturday, write I'm in, and I'll personally write to you and send you some extra goodies just because you're here. So if you're in and you're going to join us on Saturday, don't forget to sign up and register. Say I'm in, but if you want me to do an Al Pacino right now, the code words is I do. So I'll see and I'll wait, see if you want me to actually read this like Al Pacino. Okay, Carmela says I do. All right, we got Judith says hi. Hi, Judith. Hi, Carmela. Hey, Judith, I would love for you to join us this Saturday for the half day. And Carmela, I would love for you to join us for the Saturday half day. Oh, I love your energy too, just because you're here. Yay. Carol says I do. All right, and you're in. Nice, Carol. If you want to be in on Saturday, remember, I only have room for about 20 people. I'm going to see, if there's a waiting list. Depends on if I'm going to have a big waiting list or a small waiting list. But let me tell you, we're going to have a blast. It's going to be a Zoom. It's not on Facebook. So you're going to need the link. We're going to have a class. We're going to break out into writing groups, and you're going to have the best Saturday afternoon of your life as you really kickstart your book or your writing project, your blog, your poetry, whatever it is. I'm going to teach you how you can do it with a very simple system. All right, here we go. Here's why Al Pacino is our hero today for writing. Now, I'm not a big football fan. This is also a bit masculine. However, this monologue is pretty badass. I'm not going to do it justice the way Al does, but I'll do my best. So he's around his football team and they're losing. And they need to win. And I forget exactly the whole plot story, but it's football, it's guys, and they're not pulling it in. They're not really giving it their best shot, but they could win. And Al Pacino at this point in the movie has recognized that he's made mistakes in his life, that he's really messed up some really important relationships. He realizes that in hindsight, he could have done better, right? How many people feel this way? I know I do. He wishes that he had not made the mistakes that he had made. How many of us do that, right? So he's giving this speech not just for football. And I want you to think about this in terms of your writing. I want you to know that now is the best time to write. And being older just means you're going to write better. Here he goes. He says, I don't know what to say, really. 3 minutes to the biggest battle of our professional lives. All comes down to today. And either we heal as a team or we're going to crumble. Inch by inch, play by play, until we're finished. We're in hell right now. Gentlemen, believe me. And I think that we can all agree that we're in a little bit of hell right now when it comes to 2020. We're in hell right now, gentlemen, believe me. And we can stay here, get the shit kicked out of us, or we can fight our way back into the light. We can climb out of hell 1 inch at a time. Now, I can't do it for you. I'm too old. I look around, I see these young faces, and I think, man, I've made every wrong choice a middle-aged man can make. I've pissed away all my money, believe it or not. I chased off anyone who's ever loved me. And lately, I can't even stand my own face I see in the mirror. You know, when you get old in life, things get taken from you. I mean, that's part of life. But you only learn when you start losing stuff. You found out life's this game of inches. And so is football. So is writing. Because in either game, life, football, or writing, the margin of error is so small. I mean, 1/2 step too late, too early, and you don't quite make it. 1/2 second too slow, too fast, and you don't quite catch it. The inches we need are everywhere around us. They're in every break of the game, every minute, every second. On this team, we fight for that inch. On this team, we tear ourselves and everyone else around us to pieces for that inch. We claw with our fingernails for that inch because we know when we add up all those inches, that's going to make the frickin' difference between winning and losing, between living and dying. I'll tell you this, in any fight, it's the guy who's willing to die who's going to win that inch. And I'll tell you, in writing, it's the person that's willing to give their life to their soul's calling that will win that inch. You will be a successful writer. You will make a difference in your life and in someone else's life if you don't give up and you write. And I know if I'm going to have any life anymore, it's because I'm still willing to fight and die for that inch. Because that's what living in, the 6 inches in front of your face. Now, I can't make you do it. You've got to look at the guy next to you, look into his eyes. And I say you've got to look at the people around you, in this group, on my list, in right from your heart. If you're in my group and your buddy needs you, if you're my client, reach out to someone near you who might need this class, who might need to write from your heart, or jump on my free group. It doesn't have to cost anything. Grab a pen, grab a book. That 6 inches in front of you, inch by inch, that book will get written. Now, I think you're going to see a guy who will or a girl, or a woman, or a man who will go that inch with you. I know I will go that inch with you. You're going to see someone who will sacrifice himself or herself for the team, because when it comes down to it, you're going to do the same for someone else. When you write your book, when you finish your writing, whether it's a book of poetry, essays, a memoir, a novel, and you finish it, and you run into someone who says, I want to write, but I don't think I'm a writer, you'll be able to look them in the eye and say, yes, you are. And we need writers now more than ever. So, this is what Al Pacino says. He says, we heal now as a team, or we die as individuals. That's football, guys. That's all it is. And that's writing. That's writing. We either do it together and we heal, or we die, never having our music or our words or our creativity come out. So today your prompt is going to be on your own, and you're going to share it hopefully with us. I will share mine. And that is, if you were to trust God and you were to truly trust yourself, and you went inch by inch to finish that writing project that you want to write, what does that life look like? What does your life look like when you step into the world of the writer that you've always been made to be? Just as the acorn has everything it needs to be the oak tree, you have everything to be a great writer. What are the inches you're willing to go? That's the prompt. What are the inches that you're willing to go every day so that you finish what you start as a writer? Because finishing what you start is being a writer. And it could be that you're going to start journaling every day. It could be that you're going to write every day towards a book goal, towards a project, towards a blog. But what inch by inch are you willing to do? What does that look like? What does your life look like if you were to live inch by inch, moment by moment, as the writer you've always wanted to be? Put it in the comments. I'm going to put it in the comments. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. But do me a favor today. Take 7 minutes and write. 7 minutes. And let me know what your life, that gorgeous life that you have during this pandemic fatigue, let's not let it get us back. Let's not let it turn us back. Let's not let us, lose. We have everything we need right now, so that when 2021 comes, your book is written. That would be amazing. So anyway, I hope you join me for Saturday. I look forward to it. And those coupon codes are good till Friday at noon. And then the last minute price goes up if there are any spaces left. All right. I can't wait to see you. I'll see you next week. And hopefully I'll see some of you on Saturday. We'll do some one-on-one work together in a very small group. So love to you. Bye.